If you were to look up patience in the dictionary, Liu Kang would not be there. He's a fictional character with no ties to the English language. But he should be. This dude, even with the mantle of God, is as humble and patient since the day he was born from Ed Boon's left eyebrow. And with this guide, we will take this content keeper of time and show that the former chosen one has still got it. Probably. But before we do, don't forget to help the channel out with a nice little like, subscribe, dragon dance on the bell thingy, and follow me on the social medias for all your gaming needs. Now with that said, I am Tech, and this is my guide to being the best Liu Kang player you can possibly be. Probably. Technically another Zona, but more in resemblance now to the Shoto style of character. The new god of the new era, Liu Kang, commands the fight with simple pressure. No gimmicks, just good normals and projectiles. So let's talk those. For key normals, we start with his 1-2-1 string, Punishing Palm, a simple high starting string that's fast on the startup, special cancelable on the first 2 hits, which are both safe and neutral on block respectively. And while the last hit isn't special cancelable and only just safe on block, it has a slight gap that can catch people mashing and will send the opponent almost full screen. This gap, however, is a double-edged sword, as the opponent can just armor out of it. But this is part of the way Liu Kang's playstyle is, using safe strings with lots of points to switch things up on a dime. Next up, Shaolin Stutter off the forward 1-4 is a high-low string with some slight initial gap closing. It's both special cancelable and safe on block throughout, and that low has some okay pop-up to allow for combos either through specials or ambush style assists. The 2-2-1 string, Pyromancer's Gift, is a safe high mid string that is special cancelable on the first 2 hits, and having those first 2 hits also be advantageous on block, meaning it's still your turn. On hit though, that final one spikes the opponent to about jump-in distance, with a fair amount of recovery, but it's the plus frames we're looking at more. While the initial 2 is subject to micro ducking, it's still gonna catch the opponent if they block, and it's gonna keep your turn going. Really useful stuff. Now Tail Whip, the away 2-4 string, is your go-to launcher. Fast initial startup, which is both special cancelable and safe on block, and the final hit, while not special cancelable and just safe on block, launches for combos, either air or ground based. Once you open the opponent up, this is your extender, as it can at least link into itself twice mid screen, 3 times in the corner. Not bad at all. Speaking of not bad normals, Standing 3 is a fair anti-air tool, as it's special cancelable and safe on block, and will take 2 pathways. Following it up with a 2 will net you the Chosen One, a strong knockdown attack that is plus on block but has a gap that allows for a flawless block, thus making it unsafe. Still, that's not the string we really care about. No, following that initial 3 up with another 3-3 makes the string Holding Back, your best juggle extender. Everything here is special cancelable, and that's all that matters. You are rarely going to use this outside of conversion. Once they're up, this is used, we finish our combo. There we go. Now Standing 4 is another useful linker, as it may not get the height of Holding Back, but it nets some decent damage and allows for certain follow-ups. Plus you can follow this up with another 3 for Burning Desire, a high mid attack that is plus on block and flawless block. And while it can't be special cancelled, it will send the opponent into zoning distance. Not used often, but it's still good to know. And finally, Eternal Power, the forward 4-3-4 string, needs no real introduction. It is Liu Kang's MK11 pressure monster. Now more humbled. The initial kick has an okay startup and hits mid. Both the first two inputs are special cancelable and safe on block, with the last hit once again having a strong knockdown at the cost of no special cancels and a big flawless blockable gap that is just pure death. But again, we don't really need to think about that, it's an option, but it's only the first two inputs that really matter here. You see, just like MK11, these are your everything. Forward 4 is your initiator, as while it may be negative on block, in MK this doesn't mean much. The only thing the opponent can do is crouching 1, which may take their turn, but they can't really follow up with that. You can still block. In fact, you can still block at any point after that attack. And if they go for any of the other fast strings, you will be okay, so long as you use crouching 1, as you will initially duck the high attack, and it's still your turn. Then there's the fact that we have the 3 to follow up with. If they try to catch your initial kick thinking you're done, well, they eat the 3 and get comboed. If they block that 3, you can use an assist that keeps you safe, or risk the eternal power finish to frame trap them. Or you can just accept that your turn is over and block as well. But this is the way you play Liu. For those of you who watch me just for my content, I spoke in Rashid's Street Fighter 6 guide that it's hard to punish an opponent when you are expecting another move. There are so many options to think about just off this one string that it completely takes over Liu's game plan. Trust me, watch the pros, this move is used like 80% of the time, but how it is used is what separates them from newbies. Thank you all for your patience, and before we get onto the specials, let's talk the jump-ins, and like always, jump-in 3s are universal for everyone, so we don't really cover them. But I will say LIU KANG's is a horizontal kick, and that is usually how it is. Some are diagonal, some are horizontal. LIU KANG's is the latter. So, jump in 1 is probably your best to ground option. It has a really crazy hitbox and advantage. It's special cancelable and branches 2 ways. First, the 2 follow-up, Deep Impact, is again special cancelable, but puts the opponent in a weird floaty fall style. Great option to ambush with a cameo that extends combos, so pretty much Sonya. But the jumping 1-3-4 branch, Unstoppable, is a real powerhouse. Every hit is special cancelable, and that last one sends the opponent near full screen to allow for zoning. Jump in 2 is a lot faster, so it makes a good to option, but I'd say 1 could still do that as well. However, the full string new future off the jumping 2-1-2 is also completely special cancelable and sends the opponent jump in distance with some decent recovery. Liu's game is not as strong as others, but he can still be lethal there with the right setup. Just take that in mind. Now onto the specials. First things first, we start with Cosmic Flame, this game's take on the classic Fireball, a high projectile with varying ranges of block safety. The further you are, the safer you are.
He said it! He said it!
When enhanced, the ball will become a mid projectile and knock the opponent slightly up. And there is some chance of an ambush extension, but that ain't this move's job. It's a keep away tool, dealing damage from afar and stopping the opponent from getting in. Keeping on the Fireball line, we also have Cosmic Flame, a 5-hit Vegeta style barrage that deals fur damage and will push the opponent full screen. When enhanced, the barrage will deal less damage, but the opponent falls a tad bit slower, allowing for better follow-ups, mainly in the corner. Again, there's nothing much I can really say on it. Liu is very straightforward. Low Dragon is the modern take on Liu's classic low Fireball. Okay damage, but death on block point blank. Trust me, there's a reason I mention it this way. When enhanced, Liu will send out 2 dragons, dealing more damage with a slight increase to travel time, but still no change on the frame advantage. Honestly, on a whole, it's a lot slower and a lot more risky compared to previous entries. In fact, where in MK11 it was your go-to move for the forward 4 string, as the enhanced version was quick and safe on block, with this one, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Next up, we have Dragon's Tail, the new and improved flying kick. This is technically a projectile, where Liu sends a dragon out that when connecting with the opponent, will have Liu follow up with his trademark flying kick. Death on block as is tradition with the flying kick, but the enhanced version is interesting as it's a blue dragon who is just a projectile that will pop the opponent up for combos, and has varying ranges of block safety.
There it is! There it is!
Now Dragon's Tail is one of your go-to enders, preferably off the holding backstring. Land all 3 hits, the dragon is fast enough to catch them for the full damage, but it isn't our strongest special ender. No, that is Dragon Dance, MK1's answer to the bicycle kick. Completely death on block, but the enhanced version is your armor move, the MK version of invincibility. However, it also alters the move. Normally it's just a flurry of kicks with a strong knockdown, but the enhanced version has Liu sort of launch the opponent into the air. Now you can't follow up, not even with an ambush. Sure, the ambush will hit, it's just Liu Kang takes too long to recover, but the opponent is sent a great distance, meaning more keep away. Like I said, in situations you can't get the full holding backstring into Dragon's Tail ender, you sub it with the 3/3 string or standing 4 and Dragon Dance. And finally we have Dragon's Breath, Liu's equivalent to a Shoto Dragon Fist, based off his MK3 fatality. This is invincible to jump-ins, making it a strong anti-air tool. It also pops the opponent up for combos, and both the normal and enhanced have a close version, which for something that has f***all range as it is pretty much a moot point. Really though, while it is useful as an extra option for combos and anti-air pressure, Liu really doesn't use it for extensions, as overall, Liu Kang is just a simple monster. He has no gimmick, he needs no gimmick, just kick and punch, that is it. The forward 4 string may be neutered compared to MK11, but it's still frickin' strong, and back to 4 is the ultimate launcher. The only real issue is opening the opponent up to use them. Shang had an overhead and a low starter for some cheeky 50-50 games. Liu has neither. The only low that can combo is off a high, which comes with its risks, but still when he opens up the opponent, they should worry. Now for cameos, anyone can work with this guy. Universals like Serena, Jax, Sonya, the Cyborgs, hell, even Shujinko can all work with Liu, because he doesn't really need a cameo to do his thing. All they offer is a slight upgrade to his already strong kit. So when it comes to really making a conscious choice, we need to cover what he can't do. And sure, Sub-Zero is a good option as his armor can help Liu's zoning game and Freeze offers more combo potential. However, I'm going to suggest we fix the big problem he has in opening up the player. And we have a few ways we can do this. First, we talk Striker. The Ultimate Cop offers Liu a low and overhead option from his neutral and up assists respectively. These are summon based with no extension, but the overhead can offer a slight mix up off the forward 1, and they are also both fast and plus on block, so they keep the pressure with your forward 4. Then there's the fact that both his ambush grenades are just amazing and hard to deal with. Goro and Darius can offer similar but with more combo potential. Goro's away assist is an overhead grab that will whiff on standing opponents but will grab a crouching or stunned one, launching them for some aerial play. While Darius is the ultimate mix-up merchant, either off his ambush into forward assist or his regular forward assist. The Moonsault will set Darius up for an axe kick which you can hold to time your forward 4-1's low off of, which with the right timing you will either get the lows pop up or the axe kicks pop up. Not bad, but honestly, the best option for Liu so far is a lot closer to home. Kung Lao offers enough ways to open up the opponent, it's crazy. His away assist is the low buzzsaw, able to be held long enough that it can mix up both up close and at range. At range you can throw Cosmic Flame and have both projectiles go at the same time, causing fair amounts of chip damage if blocked, and while in jumping range it offers the exact 50-50 Lu needed. Then there's his forward assist, the spin that is just a great extender, but all of these pale in comparison to his ambush, the teleport. Now normally it just allows the main fighter to switch sides or get a jump in if you hold the assist button down, but with Liu Kang it offers a lot more. Lu's grab ends with a slight crumple effect that normally Liu can't take advantage of because they're both still in the throw animation. But as of this video, might change later, but as of this video, Kung Lao can teleport Liu just after he pushes the opponent away, retaking the side he had, and more so able to follow up with a full combo. Now damage wise it's nothing to wow at, it's like 200 damage. But when you think about it, you just got 200 damage off a regular throw. You have doubled the amount you would have normally done, and it adds a mix-up. Now they've got to look out for the throw. It's not like Street Fighter where the throw button techs throws, so baiting throws to punish isn't really there. But now they can't just keep blocking if they know you're close. They have to attempt to tech out of it, which means you can open them up. Now for some final tips, use your assists to aid your forward 4 pressure. They're your new low fireball now. You have a lot of plus attacks. Use them. I know highs are risky, but they are your staggers. You've got to chip away at the opponent to open them up. Remember, you are also a zoner. They have to come to you first. You don't have to let them. And really, just be patient. You will open them up in the end. Keep this in mind and you'll show that the new era is in safe hands. And if you guys want my channel to remain in safe hands, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and dragon dance on the bell thingy, and follow me on the social medias. Also, this is a community, so if you have any tips and tricks you found yourself, or just want to tell us who your favorite character is, put that down in the comment section below, and finally tune in next time where once again we will look at another random character. But until that day, this has been Techno Odin. Stay safe, claim skulls, smash bosses, and remember, it's in our blood.